Mountain biking has always kind of been special to me because it's a little faster, so you can cover more ground and see a lot more. You can go 15 miles plus on a mountain bike in a few hours. A few essentials, not just any helmet, but a really, really good helmet. Might run you 80 to 100 bucks, but your head's definitely worth at least 80 to 100 bucks. A good pair of glasses, knee pads, kind of protect yourself from the bike itself, or if you happen to have a little bit of a spill. A good pair of gloves. So you want a way to fix your tire. Especially here in the Front Range, there's a lot of rocks. You want to be set up tubeless, which is super important, but you want to have a way to get off the trail and fix your tire. If you're new and you're trying to navigate a new sport, my recommendation would be to work with a local bike shop. It can be a little bit intimidating. It can certainly be a little bit expensive, but to avoid some of those mistakes, doing research, working with local bike shops, they're going to know trails. They're going to know the type of equipment that's going to make sense. So the spring's a really interesting time to ride mountain bikes or to be on any trail hiking because you just really don't know what you're going to get when you show up. You know, conditions can vary out on the trail. So oftentimes you'll see signs like this that talk about muddy trail. You definitely want to avoid that. Bad for the bike, bad for the trails. And oftentimes that means we have to kind of rebuild trails. One of the most robust resources on trail conditions or anything related to being out on the trail on mountain biking in the Front Range is a group on Facebook called 303 Trail Monitor. It's a resource of people from all over the area, all the way out to Utah. Another thing that's super serious enough to even have a sign is there are rattlesnakes out on the trail. Basically, when it's warm, be super careful and self-aware about rattlesnakes because they are a part of the landscape. You want to think about trail etiquette. So if you see, another hiker, somebody on a horse, as a mountain biker, we kind of have to yield to everyone. That's kind of our place on the trail. You've got something like Dakota Ridge that is going to definitely test your skills. And then you've got trails like Green Mountain that are really good for cardio, really good for more cross-country kind of trails. It also really, really tests your stamina from a cardio perspective. It's hard, you got to get up the hill. But then also I feel like every single time I go out there, I learned something. I'm trying to think like, is there a different way to kind of take that turn, or hey, I wasn't able to do a particular feature this time, or something maybe that scared me a little bit. Next time I'm going to go back out there and kind of get at it. Mountain biking can be an expensive sport. There's ways to mitigate that getting into it. Used bikes are definitely a good thing to think about and a way to kind of save some coin. You kind of have to be careful. So understanding kind of what size you need, making sure that you're getting the right tool for the job is important. If you don't know whether or not it's going to be your thing or you're on a budget, then certainly that's a good way to go. Things like water and availability to contact emergency services like a cell phone, and just making sure somebody knows where you're at. I try to ride with other people, but if I am by myself, which is reality, somebody kind of knows where I am. So I'm really thankful. I'm actually have recently moved and I moved out to this west side of town area in the Green Mountain area. And one of the ways I was able to do that was I got my mortgage through Canvas. And for that reason, they're helping me go live.